Hi Ultimate Gardeners, welcome back to the Ultimate Gardening channel. My name is Emmanuel Arset, well known to be the Ultimate Gardener. Come join me in becoming an Ultimate Gardener day by day. So in today's exciting sprouting video, I'm going to dedicate this video on 5 ways to make gardening way more affordable. Gardening since 2022 has been on a huge skyrocket because we've been welcoming new beginner gardeners to our industry, which means new ideas and concepts has been created as well on how to make gardening way more affordable. So without you doing a huge research, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 basic or well-known common ways to make gardening way more affordable, and you don't have to waste a huge bank worth in your garden. So let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So coming at number 1, which is the most important thing, are the seeds. I've been hearing questions about the brand, where you should get them, etc. But if you know where their seeds from or the package seems familiar to you, we're thinking the same thing. These I purchased at the dollar store. They're 25 cents a piece. You heard 25 cents a piece, which means 4 seed packets for $1. I know the Dollar Tree has a huge record of being really cheap and has bad quality items, but not necessarily when it comes to their gardening stuff. For example, here I have a sunflower, green beans, snapdragons, cayenne peppers, lettuce, broccoli, Swiss chard. You name it, I bought it. I bought over 70 seed packets last time I went because once they're gone and you have to wait until the next growing season. So that's why I always recommend dollar store seeds, because although they're not 100% the best quality and not all 100% seeds that are in the seed packets are going to germinate, but they can do for what they're meant to be. So once again, seeds from the dollar store, always recommended. And number 2 has to be the growing medium. There's multiple different ways you can start your seed. Of course, you can adjust it to how you like it. There is seed starting trays, there is direct sowing, container gardening, etc. But the way I found it to be way more affordable has to be pea pellets. So these are pea pellets. They're a compressed pellet with soil in it, and it's really easy to start your seeds because it does contain peat in it, which retains moisture. And as you guys know, water promotes the growth of that the water promotes the seed to germinate. So you don't have to stay on top of watering too often, and it retains a little bit of moisture so your seed could germinate at the proper rate. But one thing you do have to keep in mind is when you're ready to plant them, to remove this little outliner, because the thing is, if you plant them out, it says it's composable or decomposable, but it will take years until that happens, and it will restrict the roots from growing outwards, and it will just make it really tight to the point where your plant is going to be really weak. And so you do want to remove it, which is really easy to do. And so pea pellets you can buy for like $4, 36 pea pellets at Home Depot. I prefer the brand Jiffy, I believe that's how you say it, but this is actually working miracles for me. I've grown them from pea pellets before, and I always recommend them for the beginner gardeners. Coming at number 3 has to be the concept of gardening. Gardening has hundreds and hundreds of methods out there. There is raised bed gardening, there is in-ground planting, the no-dig gardening. There's multiple different methods out there. But for particularly more affordable prices, you could go with container gardening. There's multiple different containers out there with multiple different price ranges, but I feel personally for your success rate to be really high, I recommend container gardening. Of course, you can always do direct sowing, which would cost nothing at all, but container gardening is way more manageable, and you're able to control what your plant is receiving in their nutritious system. So I really recommend container gardener, not only for beginner gardeners, but also if you want to save yourself some money in your growing season. You could grow lettuce, tomatoes, you name it, you could 100% grow them in either grow bags or in containers. Container gardening is a method that I've been doing for multiple different times. You can see we have a smart pots behind there, and we have a big one right here. You'll see containers around my garden because I love container gardening, and it's a way more affordable way on how to do gardening, and you're able to grow multiple different varieties of plants in them. So once again, container gardening has to be your way to go. Coming in at number 4 has to be pest and disease control. I know when it comes to gardening, pests and diseases are right around the corner awaiting to attack your plants, which means you do have to purchase solutions out there to treat and control your pests and diseases, but that is a waste of money if you think about it. And so there's multiple different concepts that have been made on how to make organic sprays for your garden at a way more affordable price. For example, I do have beans here that I did start from seed. As you guys can see, we have beautiful little green beans here. I actually harvested a little bit and I've been harvesting since then. And so you do have to stay on top of pest and control diseases because it does happen. For example, like brassicas, there's the cabbage moth. There's aphid for roses. There's multiple different things out there that could attack your garden. And so instead of purchasing a full-on solution for it, although I personally feel it's better to do so because it has the elements it needs to combat it 100%, you could make at-home solutions. Like there's a soap and water-based solution, there's a milk and water-based solution. There's multiple solutions out there that you're able to search up and see which one is best for your disease that you're dealing with. So not always there you have to buy the most expensive solution out there, but you can be creative and create DIYs in your own home to save a little bit of money in your garden. So once again, pest and disease control, you can make your own solutions at home. Next, you could always use food scraps, eggshells, banana peels, orange peels, whatever you don't use in the kitchen, you can always plant it or throw it in the garden. That will always feed your garden naturally, and it will decompose down and it will naturally feed your plants. That's another form of composting, but composting is a little bit more of a higher level of experience thing that gardeners do because you're able to use that as a growing medium as well. But food scraps is always the way to go too. So that's gonna be it for this exciting sparring video. Those are the 5 most common ways on how to make gardening way more affordable without spending an entire bank worth in the garden. So hopefully you guys found this video educational, informative, because I had fun teaching you guys this entire method. So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you learned something new, please leave a like down below. And while you're down there, please consider subscribing to the Ultimate Gardening channel to show us some support. As well as don't forget that we are hosting the giveaway, so make sure you enter before the 29th of January. You can always find the details on the recent video that we did on the giveaway. Also, leave me any video suggestions on what you thought on this video down below in the comment sections below, and I will gladly do your video suggestions as well. Thank you all so much for watching. May God bless you and your entire family, and never forget to grow big, Ultimate Gardeners. Bye guys.